really bright today. As you can see, here's the 70.5 SS Camaro, SS350, a little walk around. I just fired it up. It's just starting to slow down a little bit with the idle. You can hear what's going on with it. That's what it sounds like out back. It's got a little bit of burble, a little bit of rumble, but you know, not as bad as a lot of cams would be. It sounds strong, but it doesn't sound race. Take a quickie look inside here. There we go. There's the console, dashboard. Goodies. I know the contrast is really rough with the sun. It's bright afternoon sun. Well, let's take a walk around and take it around the block. One of the things that I look for in interiors is just how all the nooks and crannies seem. And this is really nice. You know, the form and fit around all the little dashboard pieces is really good. There's the speedo, 1006. Tachometer bubbling along right about 900 RPM. Temp gauge, we get some reflection out of it. Almost impossible to see. Come on. There we go. Challenging lighting there. So it's sitting over 160 right now. And the console. Now this looks really good because this is a piece that gets really scratched up and beat up with a lot of miles, and there's hardly any stuff on it. It's really, really nice. The dash is all nice and straight. But anyhow, let's go for a little ride. We'll just go around the block. Oops, seatbelt. Hang on, one moment. Drop the camera. Okay, here we go. Half throttle, doing about 40 miles an hour, 50. That's just the primaries on the carburetor, so that's the Holly just doing what it's supposed to do. I'll hang it right here, get out on Arizona. 0 to 50, very easy. It's nice. Just rolling along in second gear. There's third. So 50 miles an hour, doing about 1800 RPM, so you can do the math on that. So that's $4,000 at 100, and actually 50 at let me think, 50 miles an hour. Yeah. So actually, I'm seeing some traffic here. I'm going to turn around before this gets wacky. Car ride's real nice. I mean, of course, it's a leaf spring car in back, so it just kind of has that little bit of wagon bounce to it. Unavoidable flat cornering. I mean, just you turn the wheel and bang, it's right now. Feels really good. We'll just do a little turnaround. We're in the church parking lot right now. I'm really, really tempted to pull a couple of donuts, but I'll be good. Looks like that really nice kind of asphalt that's slippery if you just crank on it. So we'll go around the corner here. Get into the carb here a little bit. posi out back. It's open end, so the right rear cooked, but you stand on it and it'll smoke it. It's really really got some power to it. And of course it really responds to RPM. It's your standard small block Chevy essentially. So it's got okay torque, but really it's all about making the horsepower run from 3,500 up to however high you want to take it, depending on your valve train and your bottom end. 6,500 is not that bad most of the time. This thing's redlined at $5 grand, and I'm like, yeah, that's the stock tack. And you know, without knowing who or what was inside the engine, you don't really know what was going on with the valve train and or you know, how well the bottom end is put together. So it just kind of bubbles along really nice. There's a couple of small body squeaks. I don't know where they are. It's probably like a hood hinge or a hood latch. Just something where there's some little tweety sound coming along, and that's just going around the car with some lithium grease and hitting all the wear points. So I'll go down to the end of the street here, pull a U-turn, and when I get back I'll pop the hood because I wanted to get it so where there's not a lot of light in the engine compartment. It's got some nice radio in there, black. I mean, it's aftermarket radio because like the original ones are crappy. And in case you want to play cassette tapes, you know, it's just really kind of, wow, who does cassettes anymore? And you can tell the radio's probably 10, 15 years old. Fun car to drive though. I mean, I could drive this thing all day long. It's great for zooming around town. It doesn't seem like it's geared that short that you'd be worried about, you know, going too fast with it. You know, I don't know how thirsty it is. I'd assume you could probably get around 14 miles a gallon with it. Maybe 16 or 18 on the road if you weren't really romping on it. We'll back up a little bit and you get to see it. The paint is really, really cool. I love this color. It just positively glows. Hugger orange. Yeah. So let's take a little browse around the engine here. You can hear it running now. Now that I blew the carbon out, we can set the camera down. There we go. Now that everything's warmed up, it has a really normal idle. I mean, really normal. You could probably turn it down a little bit. Sounds like it's about 900. You could go down to 800 probably. There's a dual snorkel air cleaner. Air conditioning bits. Brake bits. AC bits. Other stuff. But generally looks pretty good under here. I mean, I've seen lots better and lots worse. It looks like it should. It's not over detailed. It's not under detailed. It's just about right for being what you think it is. So one can come to their own conclusions about stuff, but generally when you start poking around and looking at things, and there's the AC condenser. You know, you see how much stuff is in there. If you see a lot of rock chips, you know it's really been down some hard road. All the little fins are nice and straight, and all that's in there is bugs. I've seen these things almost closed off with rock chips, and you look at the grill, there's plenty of room for some pretty good sized pebbles to come through there. And there's some little rock chips on the front in the paint here. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of peppered. But that's to be expected. I mean, that's what you get from a car. You want it perfect, you got to repaint it. But it's a driver, you know, so. There it is. 1970 Camaro SS350. Nice car. I really like it.